This is a special edition of the Southern View that we are bringing you from ground zero as my colleague Vasudha Venugopal, of course, tracks everything that's happening as the poll bugle has been sounded in Tamil Nadu. Vasudha.
Absolutely, Deepak. I come to you from Mettupalayam. This is a place near Coimbatore, and Edappadi Palaniswami, the General Secretary of AIADMK, has started the campaign for his party. It's called Makkale Kappom Tamilathai Meepom. That is what it is, and it's a campaign that saw a lot of crowd. In fact, his first rally has just ended. He has left from here, but you can still see the crowds. There are pictures and rallies and hoardings everywhere. We'll get to all of that in just a bit. But first up, the headlines.
Well, the MNS leader's son, Rahil Sheikh, has been detained for abusing Marathi-speaking woman. Later released, but Shiv Sena slams the MNS, calling it Gundaraj disguised as activism. MNS has distanced itself, claiming they have nothing to do with the act of their leader's son. Meanwhile, Rajshri said that Rahil flaunted his father's influence. Rajshri to Raj says, no political link, then why target me? Meanwhile, in Karnataka, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah says he's unaware of his appointment to the Congress OBC wing, faces BJP's criticism over the new role. And in neighbouring Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, Mahesh Babu is facing fresh trouble as a consumer panel issues him a notice in a real estate fraud case. And in the Silicon city of Bengaluru, a young man, Kushal, was kidnapped, stripped, then assaulted by 8 youngsters for sending obscene texts to a girl. Now, this case has been inspired by the Darshan murder case, is what we are learning from the police. 8 people arrested for robbery and kidnapping. Well, now the big poll battle for Tamil Nadu has officially begun, with the AIADMK chief, Edappadi K Palaniswami, hitting the ground running. He's launched his ambitious statewide campaign from Mettupalayam, like my colleague Vasudha was just telling you all a little while earlier. Now, an AIADMK bastion, EPS, of course, is seeking to protect people and redeem Tamil Nadu, targeting DMK on their failures on law and order, women's safety, and even the drug menace. Now, the campaign viewers, covering 234 constituencies, is seen as a do-or-die moment for EPS, who's desperate really to reverse the AIADMK's slide since Jayalalitha's death. But the challenges, of course, are quite daunting. The party is still grappling with a lot of issues, especially organisational weakness and a fragile equation with its only major ally, the BJP, which, of course, has questionable, popular, whether it's even popular in Tamil Nadu is a question that comes up. So, Vasudha, break it down for us. Do the people of Tamil Nadu really need protecting? Will he have the impact that he's hoping for this time?
Well, Deepak, let me first tell you about EPS's Yatra that began. He has this grand new green bus. Green is the color of AIADMK. In fact, there's a new logo for the party. There's a fist, a revolutionary hand that's coming out from the 2-leaf symbol. And if you look at the bus, it has pictures of Jayalalithaa, MGR, and Arinar Annadurai, former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. There are also posters here of BJP leaders, which also include Nainar Nagendran and Annamalai and L. Murugan, Union Minister Vanitha Srinivasan. And then there are also posters of AIADMK leaders who have earlier had problems with Edappadi Palaniswami, but today what EPS presented was a united face. There were people, there were leaders like SP Velumani who also came in. They all participated. So EPS in some ways has also strongly ensconced him as the leader of AIADMK and as the only alternative to the DMK party in Tamil Nadu. But remember that there is a disruptor in the picture this time. TVK's Vijay has made serious inroads in Tamil Nadu. Is it going to be just star power for him? Is it going to be organizational strength as well? Is EPS going to be able to revive the fortunes of AIADMK? And he has started his campaign from Konkanadu. Kongu Nadu used to be this stronghold of AIADMK. Of the 66 seats that the party won in 2021, 29 came from this part of the state, the western region of the state, which includes places like Erode, Salem, Namakkal, Tirupur, Dharmapuri, Krishnagiri and several other places known for its entrepreneurship, the spirit of industries and known for its contribution to the state's economy. Today I was listening to EPS and EPS made some very important points. He said that the Kutani that AIADMK and BJP are part of is for people's interest, and he in fact took on the Congress party for bringing on the emergency. He also reminded people of Jayalalithaa and MGR. I have a special panel of guests with us. We have Narayan Tirupati of the BJP, we have Salem Tharnidharan of the DMK, and we have Singai Ramachandran here of the AIADMK. Ram, thank you so much for being here. First of all, tell us the importance of a yatra like this. Is this also, a makeover of EPS? Last time we saw a very turbulent period for him because it was COVID. He was also fighting fault lines, in the party. But now he's a different leader. What is he looking at? The challenges are also very different this time.
Irrespective of those turbulent times, in the last election, he won 75 seats, which is the highest number of seats AIADMK has won in the history as an opposition party. And this time, you can see the energy of the crowd around me right now. He has started here at Mettupalayam. Makkalai Kappom, Tamilagathai Meetpom. There are some vital issues which people of Tamil Nadu are undergoing because of DMK's government. Number one, there is no safety for women. Every day we are listening to so many abuses that women and especially girl children are going through. And law and order is out of control. If you go and complain to police and if they take somebody in custody, there are custodial deaths that are happening. More than that, the surprising fact is they also arrest someone else and show it as the accused. This is the kind of law and order that is prevailing today. So this Makkalai Kappom, Tamilagathai Meetpom is vital today, and he is sending a strong message to the entire people of Tamil Nadu about the change that we need for the welfare of the people right now.
But Ram, also there are three electoral setbacks that the party has faced, 2019, 2024. This used to be your stronghold, but DMK has made some very serious, inroads in Kongu Nadu. 2021 also, it's a DMK that came to power with a convincing win. How are you looking at getting back your base?
So if I just like that tell you will say I'm an AIADMK person, so I will talk so. Let's look at the data, right? Even after 2001 and 6, DMK came to power, they were a minority government. They were not able to form the government with majority. After 2006 and 11, when they ruled for 5 years, because of the anti-incumbency, they have lost the opposition status, and for 10 years, they couldn't come back. And we have ruled for 10 years. Irrespective of ruling for 10 years, we were able to win 75 seats. That shows something, right? And again, until MGR was there, Karunanidhi was not able to win. So, for any political party, there will be ups and downs. You will win and you will lose. Every time when you look at the data, when AIADMK is an opposition, we win a better number. DMK, they lose the opposition status or they win a lower number. So I don't think they have the rights even to talk about how good or bad we are. Let the people of Tamil Nadu decide, and I'm sure we'll come up with roaring numbers.
But Ram, very quickly, many people say that a combination of Vijay and AIADMK could have been a better combination. Do you think that is something that you could have thought of? Is the BJP AIADMK a winning combination?
See, whoever is saying so, you need to ask them. I am not a political consultant here to understand which is a better combination. Whoever is opposing DMK can join hands with us is what the clear message that our General Secretary has told recently, day before yesterday.
Right. Thank you, Ram, for those insights. I spoke to Ganapathy Rajkumar, who is the MP from Coimbatore. He belongs to the DMK party. Let's listen in to what he said. Rajkumar, people are also, the rivals of the DMK say that the DMK is unnecessarily focusing on national issues. Bread and butter issues have been completely ignored. That's their criticism of your party. How would you respond to that?
The main problem here is the bread and butter problem is due to GST. People are suffering a lot because of GST, not because of our government or our policies. We are protecting the people, we are protecting the soil, we are protecting the language, the culture and heritage of Tamil Nadu.
And what do you think about the revival of AIADMK? You have also known that party as an experienced politician. Do you think that revival of AIADMK after 3 successive electoral setbacks, do you think that is possible?
What is revival? I don't think they have revived. They are in troubled waters, according to me. They are not stable. The leadership is not stable. I don't think they are very confident. They have to settle their internal tussles, and after that, they have to come and meet us, who's the very powerful enemy. That is the truth. So they have to settle amongst themselves. So they are not set. That's it.
My last question to you, sir. If there is a united opposition, if Vijay and AIADMK come together, will there be a Badip for DMK? Will there be a challenger for the DMK?
Maybe some youngsters, maybe because of the cinema attraction, maybe it will cost all the parties, I think, if it costs all the youngsters, maybe without understanding what politics is. But otherwise, we are very confident. Even in spite of ADMK, Vijay alliance, if it happens, in spite of that, we will win. We will have a comfortable victory.
And why? Why do you think, what is that one biggest strength of the DMK that you think will help you cross these waters?
The schemes of our Honorable CM and its reach. So we have ensured that it reaches all the proper beneficiaries. So that is what the drive is about now. So we are ensuring that, and the left out will be given it out. They'll have it.
Well, we've heard a couple of perspectives from the ground. We also have Salem Dhanidharan of the DMK joining us today. Also, Narayan Tirupati from the BJP is with us. I'll go to Mr. Salem first. How do you really look at it when, the AIADMK is saying protecting people, redeeming Tamil Nadu, unfulfilled promises of the DMK? Do you really see the AIADMK, especially now with Palaniswami really stamping his authority there, as a real threat to the DMK in the next election?
It's never about the message, it's about the messenger. Edappadi Palaniswami as a messenger lacks credibility, and people in Tamil Nadu do not trust him, because the same Palaniswami 4 months back said, I am against delimitation, I am against NEET, I am against three language policy, and within a few weeks went, after saying all that, I will fight for the cause, not the DMK, I am going to fight for the cause, is what he said. And then within 3 weeks he joined BJP. Now is he speaking about delimitation? Is he speaking about three language policy? Is he speaking about federalism? No. So that is point one. And again, compare 2011 to 21, data-wise, you can come and say whatever you want. It's very shameful that ADMK is protecting Tamil Nadu as a lawless state for political gains. On the contrary, all the data, even the union government data such as NCRB data says, crime rates in Tamil Nadu has decreased in comparison 2011 to 21. Has the finances of Tamil Nadu improved? Yes. Debt to GDP ratio has reduced by 3%. Debt to GDP ratio. Tamil Nadu's revenue to GDP ratio has increased by 2%. This shows that the institutions of this land have improved. Investment that's coming in has increased by 10 times. Lot of international companies have now come to Tamil Nadu. In fact, Tamil Nadu's nodal investment promotion agency guidance is setting up offices across the world now. Already Vietnam office has been set up, offices in Munich and Paris have been set up. So Tamil Nadu for the first time ever is even reaching out to different parts of the world and showing the Dravidian model of growth and attracting investment. So in all areas, the governance is better, is much better than what it was in 2011 to 21. And I did hear someone from ADMK speak about how DMK has never come back to power after, in politics, that's a preposterous argument, because 1 week is a long time. So this 4 years, we have given fantastic governance. So that does not mean that we won't come back in 26 because we haven't come in 2001 or because we haven't come back in 2011. Every election is a different election. And these 4 years are very different. And 2026, we will come.
Okay, I'm in Coimbatore I'm in Coimbatore for the past few hours, and I can tell you that it looks like a tough competition as of now. Narayan Tirupati, for the BJP, what is the biggest challenge, sir? Because clearly the DMK wants to talk about welfare, but it also wants to talk about national issues. Edappadi wants to localize issues. For the BJP, the fact that in Lok Sabha elections, the BJP did better than the AIADMK in many seats, but still, here people talk about Selvak, the kind of influence that the party might have on the influence. Is that a worry for you, or are you okay with Edappadi or the AIADMK taking the decisions for now?
The AIADMK is leading our alliance in Tamil Nadu, as told by Mr. Amit Shah. So there is no, second thought to it, and he has started his journey, Yatra, from today. So we are happy that our campaign has started from today. So from Coimbatore, the two, where the DMK is very, very weak because of its very poor governance. The entire Coimbatore district and the surrounding districts are affected due to the very bad policies of the DMK government. Totally, the industrial growth has gone very, very down because of the bad administration. That is what the DMK government has done, and particularly they have increased the tariff in electricity, and in fact, 3 times they have increased. So the entrepreneurs in Coimbatore are very sad. But overall, in entire Tamil Nadu, the law and order situation is very, very, very bad. We all are seeing every day some kind of murders happening. People are not able to walk in the streets everywhere. Not only from Coimbatore, Tuticorin, Tirunelveli, Chennai, and there are reasons we can't even imagine. For these reasons, everyday murders are happening in Tamil Nadu, and also the sexual abuse by teachers, by elders, because they drink a lot, and because of the bad policy, because of the encouragement given by the government itself to promote drinking, how they have done it in Taspak. These things are not only that cocaine and ganja, everything is available freely. Because of these murders are happening every day. And my friend was talking about
Okay. I think Mr. Salem also wants to comment, but before that, Mr. Tirupati, I want to add. Now, everything is about cadre. As far as the BJP is concerned, you struggled to really build the cadre on the ground in Tamil Nadu. This time, more importantly, after your previous party president had many things to say about EPS himself, about the AIADMK. Now, when I see flags of the BJP along with the AIADMK there during those rallies, do you really think the cadre on the ground has accepted this alliance fully? Is it going to work in the camaraderie that you expected to?
The problem with the media here in Tamil Nadu is they all question BJP AIADMK alliance. What about the DMK alliance? The Congress party is having an alliance with a party whose leader, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, hugged. He hugged and welcomed the convict of Rajiv Gandhi, former Prime Minister of the Congress party. And is it not shameful? So there is absolutely, I'm telling you, there are definitely, there were some issues, and everything will get solved once we are on. Now the party leadership has very clearly said. The party leadership has very clearly said.
Yeah, Salem
No,
Thanivikaran, I know that you have been emphasizing a lot on ideological issues. You've been talking about welfare. You've been talking about governance. But sir, the bread and butter issues, livelihood issues, law and order, politics is so much about perception. If there's a perception that is being created or that, has some sense of truth in it, that there are some law and order issues, there are some problems to do with custodial deaths, don't you think that is going to affect the DMK government specifically with regard to the women vote, something that you are really hoping to get?
See, firstly and foremost, people vote based on what they experience, right? Personally, what they have experienced, not that is spread via propaganda. So, because the governance has been good, and contrary to what the opposition says, the people has seen the difference from how their life has improved in the last 4 years in comparison to 2011 to 21. There have been number of schemes that in a family in Tamil Nadu is able to get as much as 6,500 from the government free. So, and quality of education government institutes have improved. So, people are able to see how the functioning of the government has improved. See, the whole point is custodial debt you are speaking, but 2016 to 21, there were 42 custodial debts. 2021 to 25, there have been 6 custodial deaths. Of course, there should be no custodial death. But
24.
anyways, that number is wrong because they're all deaths under judicial custody. National cost. No. That we have also filed a review petition. I have the numbers with me. Each case I have. The remaining 18 are nothing but judicial deaths under natural causes. The court have accepted that. It will anyways come out in public. Right? Anyway, submitted to the court. I have each data. And also having said that, talking about drug issue. That is again a myth, because after we have come, we have filed maximum number of cases. The number of convictions that was given for drug-related cases in Tamil Nadu increased by 500% after this government has come to power.
I think
overall the drug use increase has increased in India after 2014 because of the BJP government, and the drug control is under the Anti-Narcotic Bureau, Union government. How can a drug come into into India? Except for marijuana, all the drugs has to come from the poorest borders. One Myanmar into Manipur, and then we have Gujarat, And the port, who manages the port? The union government. So they're beautifully passing the buck.
Mr.
Right.
Tirupati, would you
So
want to
you
respond to
become a
that?
pan
Because
India
the
I
drug
problem.
menace is something that Mr. EPS has particularly pointed out. The BJP has been, but the counter is coming in from the DMK there.
I think you will not interrupt or she will not interrupt me like you had interrupted me last time. See, we have been saying in the last 4 years that the drug mafia, you see, we have seen a DMK member has been arrested. And I'm really sorry. My friend Seram Dharnidharan is a nice person, but unfortunately, he's on the wrong side. He's in the wrong party. So he has
That's
to
what I
defend
think
it.
of you.
But he was arrested. He was arrested. His own partymen. Now, cocaine. It's available in all the resto bars. We have been saying, and nothing is happening. What happened? Why you are spoiling these people? See, every day because of the drink, the liquor, people consume, and also the drug. Murders are happening. Please understand, murders. It is not Narayan saying this. In the FIR of the police department, they say that because of the influence of alcohol, they had killed these people. This is what is mentioned in the FIRs. And you people are saying that it is nothing. You are giving all statistics. Why statistics? You close these liquor shops. Why you are not doing? Close Taskmark. Why you are not doing? You said in 2016, but now you are not doing it. And they say that this government has done so many things. No, it has not done. So many investor conference happened in Tamil Nadu, in France, in Spain, in America, everywhere. Our chief ministers went. You tell me what you have brought. Nothing. Zero. Zero. Now you have to
No.
understand that other states like Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Karnataka, all are going past Tamil Nadu. You have to understand this. You will say that today I am fine. Your competitors were behind you more than 5 kilometers. Now they are very close, within 500-meter radius. You have to understand this because everywhere in India, throughout India, infrastructure, the things are happening. Growth is happening. But you are very slow. We have to understand
Okay.
that Tamil Nadu is a manufacturing state. It is getting very slow. You will be thrown out for your long
Okay.
order declaration.
Okay,
You will
Mr.
be thrown out from this
Okay,
state.
Mr. Tirupati. Okay, Mr. Tirupati, let me get you some voices from the ground. Sir, இன்னைக்கு வந்து எடப்பாடியாரோட ரேலி நடந்திருக்கு. அது பத்தி என்ன ஃபீலிங் உங்களுக்கு? இந்த வாட்டி நிறைய ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு இல்லையா? விஜய் சார் கூட இருக்காரு. அதுல தமிழ்காரங்க என்ன திங்க் பண்றாங்க? வாட் ஆர் யூ திங்கிங்?
மேடம், தமிழ்நாடுங்க இப்போ இங்கே வந்து இவங்க தான் எடப்பாடியார் தான் வரணும்னு சொல்லி இது பண்ணுறாங்க. கோயம்புத்தூர்னால நேஷ்னல்னா விஜய் வரணும்னு ஒவ்வொருத்தர் மாதிரி சொல்கிறாங்க, ஒவ்வொருத்தங்க ஒரு மாதிரி சொல்கிறாங்க. ஆனால் விஜய் தான் வருவாங்கன்னு இது சொல்கிறாங்க. அதான்
சார் நீங்க தான். So that's what you heard. திமுக பத்தி என்ன சார்? திமுக பத்தி ஏதாவது அவங்களும் இவ்வளோ வெல்ஃபேர் எல்லாம் பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்றாங்க.
அது மத்தி ஒன்றும் சொல்றதுக்கு இல்லை மேடம்.
So there are some mixed voices from the ground as well. People don't want to talk too much right now, but they're saying that here AIADMK seems to be quite strong, which is expected because this is their stronghold. But there is a lot of curiosity about Vijay, and they feel that there is something that everybody wants to know about how he's going to go about his politics. Remember that he has been talking a lot, he has been building on his organizational strength, but we are yet to understand what is going to be the scale of his popularity and if that is going to really translate into electoral votes. Selam Dharnidharan, what do you have to say about Vijay as a contender? Because he has made it very clear that the DMK is his political opponent and the BJP is his ideological opponent.
See, in a democracy, anyone and everyone is welcome to start a party and contest elections. But see, because DMK has given good governance, even in 2024 election, if you look, our vote percentage was nearly 50%. In 2019, it was about 53%, which is whatever alliance will happen, when we have more than 50%, the chances of us losing is mathematically not possible. And secondly and foremost, I also have to tell you, when you have to talk right about murders and everything, you have to talk by numbers, right? You can't take one isolated incident and blow it up. Number wise, how is Tamil Nadu faring in terms of 100,000 people in comparison to other BJP rule state? How is it doing in comparison to AIADMK from 2011 to 21? We are doing phenomenally well. They're talking about alcohol rampant use in Tamil Nadu, but Uttar Pradesh government ruled by BJP gets the highest revenue from alcohol. So, and again I'll tell you, DMK alliance also is an alliance based on ideology. But BJP and ADMK's alliance It's an opportunistic alliance because both need each other to save face. As simple as that. Maybe Edappadi wants to use the election commission using BJP's help so as to, because the party is divided, he wants to have the symbol and the control over the party. But having said that, BJP has done anti-Tamil activities and people in Tamil Nadu will not accept. The cadres of ADMK will not accept, because when the ADMK leaders were sitting in the recent conference, Arinyar Anna was spoken ill of. The party ADMK itself has Arinyar Anna. Many people in the party ADMK are there not because of Edappadi. They are there because of Arinyar Anna or Periyar.
Tirupati, respond to that. Tirupati, respond to that.
See, I don't understand. It is really laughable that these DMK people are talking about ideology. I told in politics, yes, ideology. If everything is together, all parties are with the same ideology, there is no need of lot of parties. Okay, so the always alliance is only electoral alliance. We need to understand this. But why did the DMK vote for NIA? They voted for NIA in favor of the bill, and then again here they come and they oppose it. They voted for GST, now they oppose it. They brought NEET, now they will oppose it. EWS, Congress and Communists, they vote for EWS and they say, no, I don't want the Tamil Nadu. See, this is the problem.
Right.
What is the ideology here?
Mr. Tirupati and Mr. Dhanidhana, unfortunately, we are out of time. But interesting statement that you made towards the end. All alliances are only electoral. And can Mr. Vijay, of course, be the key player here is also a big question. Unfortunately, Mr. Dhanidhana, we're really out of time. Vasudha, that remains the big question, isn't it? That Mr. Vijay, could he be the kingmaker amidst all of these alliances that are coming together ahead of the election?
Absolutely, Deepak. That's the right question to ask. And also, election activity has just started in Tamil Nadu and it's already a point boiler. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out. But big questions there. Who are the people of Tamil Nadu going to vote for? And is this that one election that is going to change the politics of Tamil Nadu forever? That's the question we ask, and we'll keep asking till the elections in Tamil Nadu happen. With that, it's time for us to slip into a small break, and we will see you on the other side.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand.
Finessa windows, beautiful and durable designs, installation से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनेस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
Fine, finer, Finesta.
That's huge. That is a biggie. It's out of it.
Gold glass, clear glass. पार हो या नियर, सब कुछ दिखे clear.
If it matters to you, 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 it matters to India, it matters to India, it matters to India, it matters to India, and it matters to me, and it matters to me.
India Matters with Shivaru, only on NDTV 24/7.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold CDSL for the long term?
Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
If it matters to you, 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 it matters to India. It matters to India. It matters to India. It matters to India. And it matters to me. And it matters to me.
India Matters with Shivaru. Only on NDTV 24/7.
जनता के पास सवाल ही सवाल है। जवाब ढूंढने को वो देखती है न्यूज़ और देखती है यहाँ तो सवालों का मायाजाल है। ऊपर से ये अलग फाइट है, कोई पूरा लेफ्ट तो कोई पूरा राइट है। बीच में मुद्दे के साथ कौन है, जनता को जवाब चाहिए। इसीलिए सवालों की परेड नहीं, मैं लाऊंगा खबरों की कचहरी। मैं शुभांकर मिश्रा, मेरे साथ देखिए कचहरी रात 8 बजे सिर्फ एनडीटीवी इंडिया पर।
Welcome back, viewers. Now, the political drama in Karnataka shows no signs of slowing down. Chief Minister Siddaramaya's own economic advisor has been sparking off a storm time and again. This time, he's again flagged off a fund crunch. He's triggered a sharp opposition attack on the Congress government, saying that, you choose either guarantees or development. Meanwhile, adding to the woes of the Congress party are the Lorry or Truck Drivers Association, who are now saying that they haven't been paid their dues for the last 6 months. They've decided not to ferry grains. This is, of course, meant for the Anna Bhagya scheme. So on one hand, you have the economic advisor saying, well, people, we don't have money, choose either between guarantees or developmental work. Then you have Lorry Association saying we've not been paid our dues. That runs into crores. But Mr. Siddaramaya says, all is well, there is money for development. Let's listen into these reactions.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಷ ಡಾಂಬರ್ ರೋಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಶಾಲೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೊಮ್ಮೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಥವು ಕೆಲಸ ಬೇಡ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಇವನ್ನ. ಬರೀ ಹಳ್ಳಿ ರಸ್ತೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹಳ್ಳಿ ರಸ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬರೀ ಗುಡಿ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು, ನೀವು ಏನೂ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಗುಡಿನ ಕಟ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮಿರುವಂಥ ಹಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಬೇಡ, ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ಹಳ್ಳಿ ರಸ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯಗೆ ಸಲಹೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ, ನಮ್ ಜನ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಾರ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ.
आर्थिक सलाहकार जो स्टेटमेंट दिया है, अगर आपके गांव में, आपके तहसील में अगर आप सड़क चाहते हैं तो आप लोग गारंटी नहीं चाहिए करके ऐसे लिख दो। ये सब देखते हुए मुझे लगता है पूरा बैंकक्रप्ट हो गया है और ठीक तरह से गारंटी भी नहीं दे रहा है, सड़क भी नहीं बन रहा है, डेवलपमेंट काम भी नहीं हो रहा है। सिर्फ भ्रष्टाचार, तो एकदम खूब भ्रष्टाचार हो रहा है।
Sir, on one hand, the Lorry Association has decided not to ferry rice and grains meant for the Anna Bhagya scheme. They're saying that their payments have not been done for 6 months. On the other, Mr. Basuraj Raya Reddy, the economic advisor, is also making some serious charges of fund crunch, where he's asking people to choose between guarantees or development. How do you really look at this?
He threatened the people of Karnataka, if you want development, forget about the guarantees. You want guarantees? Forget about, don't ask about the development. This is threat to the people of Karnataka. It is number one. There is no money. Many a times, DCM has declared like this. Now, Rai Reddy is also telling the same thing. And he is the mouthpiece of the government, means Chief Minister. When he wanted to send a message to the people of Karnataka, so he told all these things. Now lorry owners also, they have no money. Rai Reddy told, no, there is no money. So that even to carry rice and other materials, so there is no money. You understand? People should understand this government stand first.
ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳು ಬಡವರು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾತಿ ಬಡವರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು, ಅವು ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು. ಅವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಈ ಸಾರಿ ಪ್ರತಿ MLAಗೆ ರಸ್ತೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ರಸ್ತೆಗಳು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಣ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಮ್ ಎಲ್ ಎಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, BJP ಎಮ್ ಎಲ್ ಎಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, JDS ಎಮ್ ಎಲ್ ಎಗಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
So on one hand, the Congress party is having to deal with its economic advisor, MLAs talking about funding issues, talking about corruption. On the other hand, of course, it's the opposition that's coming down quite heavily on the Congress party. But the problems don't end there. There is, of course, another impending situation, whether there's going to be a change of leadership. For now, the High Command has said no. But a decision that has come in to really give another national role to Mr. Siddaramaiah, to make him part of the OBC advisory committee, that has sparked off some questions. The BJP is saying it's on purpose that he is being shifted. The focus of Mr. Siddaramaiah will now be on national politics, not state politics. This is to make way for DK Shivakumar is the charge of the BJP. Let's listen into these reactions that are coming in.
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರೋದು, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್. ಹೌದಪ್ಪ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. OBC ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು, ಕೇಂದ್ರದ OBC ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಆ ಮೀಟಿಂಗನ್ನ ನಾನು 15ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿಗೆ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಸೊ ನನಗಿದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಂಚಾಲಕರು ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾಗಿ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ನನಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓಡೋಗೋದ? ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ರಾಜಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಈಗ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್
ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು. ಏನಂತ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪತ್ರಿಕೆ.
So let's open this up to our panel of guests joining us today. Dr. Sudha Halkai, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP, Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst with us. I'm going to first, go over to Dr. Halkai here. Dr. Halkai, very interesting. Earlier when I spoke to some of the BJP leaders, they say that this is a deliberate attempt of the Congress party to move Mr. Siddaramaiah. How do you really look at a position in the OBC advisory committee come in the way of him being the chief minister? He can probably manage both, and he himself there says, well, I have no problem. If there is responsibility given to me, I will deliver. How do you really look at this really becoming a problem for the chief minister of Karnataka?
Deepak, what I have seen here, by hook or crook, they want to dismantle the position of Mr. Siddaramaiah as the chief minister, and all sorts of experiments have been going on. And now what they're saying, they want to promote the existing chief minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah, to a national level as a OBC chairman or advisory committee, whatsoever it is. But it is one of the way where he is supposed to be shifted from the chief minister chair, and what the tussle is going on and the infighting going on in the Congress has left Mr. Siddaramaiah in a disseminated way, I must say. And Mr. Siddaramaiah, who has proclaimed himself as a champion of the OBC, has failed himself in doing so, because he is the one who has backstabbed the OBC. And today, I must say, it is a matter of pride that if at all there is a tallest leader in our country for the OBCs, then it is our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, who is working day and night for the people, and where the central schemes are reaching more than 90 crore of people. So Mr. Siddaramaiah proclaiming himself as an OBC champion is absolutely wrong, and all sorts of experiments is going on to shift him to the center.
But if the Congress High Command is putting so much faith in him and saying, well, you need to take this charge at the national level as well, that means they do believe that he is indeed a champion of the OBCs.
No, Deepak. Why did they discard the caste census report? Then 164 crores have been spent from the taxpayers' money for the Kantaraj report, and now the High Command has rejected that. That means they are not taking up his suggestions or work, whatever is done by him. In what way they are acknowledging him? Tell me. And what he is going to do as a OBC advisory over there, where he has not done anything to the OBC community in the state itself. What good he has done? Absolutely, he scores 0 over there. Nothing he has done.
Of course, that's for the Congress party to decide. The
given
BJP,
where
of course,
he's
can
not
have its
affected.
say as to whether he has had a contribution to make or not, but it's the Congress that will eventually decide. But the moot question
But it
here
is not
is,
the Congress.
does
Me and
this
you can be
responsibility
voted
that's
into
being
the
given
office.
to him, does it reflect that there is an attempt to really destabilize his position? Because from the Congress leadership here, that doesn't seem to be, the order of the day. Syed Asad Abbas, I want you to come in here. How do you really look at this? Do you look at this as an additional role? Do you look at this as an attempt to really phase him out of state politics? Because he's clearly said in the past that I have no interest in national politics.
Absolutely. The fact of the matter we need to understand, with all due respect to the BJP spokesperson, respected ma'am, the tallest leader today of the Ahinda movement is Shri Siddaramaiah ji. Totally what he's done for the beautiful state of Karnataka, be it Kalyan Karnataka, be it Kittur Karnataka, be it the central Karnataka,
Last
be
time
it
from
Bidar,
Kalyan
Hassan.
Karnataka,
Ma'am, I did not
Kalyana
interrupt you.
Karnataka has
Please
lost
do not,
its charm.
ma'am, can I, Deepak, this is not fair. Why is the lady interrupting me? Ma'am, I heard you completely. Kindly allow me the same courtesy, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Abbas.
Thank you. The fact of the matter we need to understand, Sri D.K. Shivkumarji is the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, made it very clear in his talk with the media. He clearly stated that he is not aspiring to be the Chief Minister now. The party high command has given him the reins and helm for the 2028 elections, Karnataka, to be held in the assembly. The fact of the matter, the Bharatiya Janata Party can do as many dramatics, theatrics as they want to do, but they cannot destabilize the government because the Congress party here in Karnataka has 136 strong MLAs. They need to understand that with their petty handful MLAs, they cannot do anything about it. The fact of the matter, be it D.K. Shivkumar or Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister remains with the Congress party. Also, now coming to a larger responsible statement I'd like to make, Deepak, is that I can assure you, promise you, and you can hold me responsible for this statement. Sri Siddaramaiah ji will continue to be the Chief Minister of Karnataka for the next 3 years until the 2028 elections are held. And now coming to ma'am saying everything is wrong in Karnataka. Respected ma'am, Karnataka under Siddaramaiah, Congress government, is the second largest contributor of GDP of the nation. We in Karnataka have outpaced the national growth by 6.4%. Ma'am, allow me to... I did not interrupt you.
Okay, Abbas, now that we've spoken about the leadership aspect, now that you're
ma'am.
saying Mr. Siddaramaiah will continue for 3 years, you're asserting that fact. The issue here is, why isn't he able to really contain situations that are imploding? His own economic advisor, not the first time, at it again, telling the people, choose. You either have developmental work or you have guarantees. Then you have the Chief Minister himself who has to come the next day and said, well, we are giving money for development. There's no question of changing guarantees. How many times is this going to happen? Does this symbolize that there is a shaky leadership? Because if you have MLAs ranting about their own government, talking about corruption, talking about funding issues, is that a sign?
Absolutely not, Deepak. As a matter of fact, let me quote this beautiful article today by NDTV that Siddaramaiah ji on record has stated to all the national news channels, including yours. He has assured and he has promised that all the respective MLAs, not just Congress, but also BJP, will receive their funds for the infrastructure, for the development,
what I'm trying to get
roads,
at
for the
here,
bridges.
I don't want to interrupt you, but what I'm trying to get at here is this has been said in the past. And it has been said particularly in the case of Mr. Raya Reddy himself as well in the past. But the MLAs don't seem to stop. So there is a real issue to be addressed.
I will answer that. Deepak Saab, we take cumulatively, we take any government today in any state of our beautiful country, there are going to be issues, there are going to be challenges. No doubt about it, there have been challenges here in Karnataka. But I can assure you the fact of the matter today, that Siddaramaiah ji has confirmed that these funds will be disposed to all the respective MLAs of the Karnataka Legislative Assembly. Not just that, let us understand, I do understand that the Bharatiya Janata Party is in the opposition today and they need to play their respective role. But they need to also understand that largely trying to say that Karnataka has been ruined, is in shambles is not true. Our beautiful city of Bengaluru continues to be the Silicon Valley of the East. We are also a startup hub of the nation. And not just that, the agriculture has grown by 4%. And we have outpaced the national growth by 6.4%. So the statistics numbers are in favor of the Congress government and they are ruling the roost, being the second largest contributor of the GDP of the nation. So therefore, the Bharatiya Janata Party today might do the dramatics and theatrics.
Okay,
saying
but
that,
unfortunately here these numbers, these statistics, these aspects
strong.
of growth that you are talking about, this is not something that the Congress MLAs are echoing. But very quickly, I have about 30 seconds, Dr. Halka, I want you to come in. Mr. Siddaramaiah says we are not leaving out even opposition MLAs because earlier you made a charge that especially the opposition MLAs are getting no funds at all. The Chief Minister making it amply clear that BJP and JDS MLAs are getting all the funds for developmental work.
To make it very clear, the exchequer of the Karnataka government has become pauper. Let me tell you, the annual budget is 4,20,000 crores, out of which 58,000 crores is spent of the guarantees. My question is, where is the remaining 3,60,000 crores gone? I'm talking only about this year. Forget about the last year. Not a single road development has been taken place. The contractors are at strike. Every sector of the society, working people are at strike. And at top of that, there is the debt of 2.5 lakh crores. Where is the money going? Is it going to fulfill the expectations of the High Command over there? It's a big question. Where is the money going? Absolutely.
Okay.
And no.
Allow me 15 seconds to answer this.
Okay. I think we haven't seen the end of this issue. It's definitely going to come back time and again. I'm thanking Abbas and Dr. Halka. We are really out of time because we have to cover another important aspect here on the show. The global tech industry, really, viewers, is witnessing yet another wave of layoffs, with Microsoft announcing that it will cut about 9,000 jobs. It will affect less than 4% of its global workforce across roles, geographies, and even seniority levels is what we're learning. Microsoft here joins a growing list of tech giants like Intel, Google, Amazon, which have all resorted to workforce reductions in the recent months. The reasons cited are familiar. Slowing revenue growth, rising operational costs, and even the urgent need to reallocate resources towards emerging technologies such as AI and automation. Companies here claim that these streamlining measures are necessary really to stay competitive and even future ready. However, viewers, the impact on employees, many of them in India's booming tech workforce, has become very severe, with thousands suddenly facing uncertainty. India, home to one of the largest pools of tech talent, has not at all been spared here. For many professionals, especially mid-level and support roles, these layoffs underscore the need to reskill and, more importantly, adapt to the AI-driven shift. This churn signals a major transformation in the tech ecosystem, but also here raises an urgent question. Can Indian techies ride this disruptive AI wave and even remain relevant, or is there a risk of being swept aside in the tide of change? Venk Krishnan, CEO of Nowhere, joins us to really discuss this very important issue. Probably many techies, Mr. Krishnan, are watching this, and probably they are feeling what we just said. There is a lot of uncertainty. How do you really view this? AI taking over jobs has been spoken about in the past, but these sort of layoffs, are they directly related to AI, or is it unprecedented?
I think without doubt, it's a daunting future, right? If there's going to be significant shift due to AI, right? Obviously, there's going to be new jobs created in data science, AI, ML, and those kind of stuff. But a bigger issue from Indian perspective is if you realize that India is one of the largest user of the H1 visas in the US, right? It beats even China. And I already see a lot of layoffs with the H1 situation, and people have to come back because they have a time limit by which they have to come out of the country, right? Otherwise, they get out of status. So it is going to be a huge issue as we go along. I just heard Jim Farley, who is the CEO of Ford, talking yesterday that 50% of white collar jobs are going to be gone, are going to be wiped out, right? That is because AI is more transformative, even more transformative than the steam engine and the internet, right? AI will impact jobs, and India is not going to be spared. So I think people don't want to talk much about it, but I think that this is going to be a huge issue maybe in the next 2 to 3 years.
So, Mr. Krishnan, if you're saying it is going to be an issue, how do people really deal with it? How do they adapt? Do they upskill? what are the options?
Obviously, AI has to be, there has to be a lot of upskilling. Things like prompt engineering, data science, AI, ML. These are skills which people need to do, especially the white collar jobs, right? Customer service jobs. Those kind of jobs are going to be wiped out without doubt, right? Because even if you see today, even to create a website, you can use AI, right? DeepSeek and Gemini and those kind of stuff can help you in every way, right? HR departments are going to have a huge issue. So how do you counter that? Is by upskilling yourself, being being ready with the new kind of jobs out there. Learn how AI works and figure out ways to be involved in the AI jobs which are out there.
Okay, on one hand, you're talking about AI actually taking away jobs. You're also saying the option is to upskill. On the other hand, there are also talks that other countries are slowly becoming hubs. Up until now, India, especially Bengaluru, Hyderabad, certain parts of Tamil Nadu, these were considered tech hubs, right? But, there are a lot of talks that Mexico is slowly becoming a hub. Vietnam is becoming a hub. How real is this threat really?
No, I think that is not a big issue because this has been talked about for a long time that many other countries will be in step with India, which is very difficult because India has the highest number of engineers coming out of good colleges, coming out of so I think, and the biggest advantage India has the English speaking ability of our tech workers, right? So even if I look at maybe 5-6 years ago, there was a talk in US about US trying to give the jobs to Mexico and Brazil and other countries, but it didn't happen. But I think India, with its huge technical workforce, right? Many of the big IT companies in India, they have 300,000-400,000 jobs and I think hiring is slowing down. Companies in the US are going to look and saying, even if I have to pay $50 or $30 to India, why would I do that if I can do it for free with AI, right? So I think it is going to be, but I think the way out of this is to be prepared, try to skill yourself in the new emerging technologies, especially data science and AI, ML and those kind of stuff. So it is extremely important that we do that, but I wouldn't be so worried about other countries.
Well, Mr. Krishnan, this was an interesting chat. Thank you for joining us. Now moving on to a shocker. A horrific incident from Bihar's Purnia has come to light. 5 members of a family murdered and burnt because the villagers there suspected that the victim, Babulal's wife, Sita Devi, was a witch. Yes, believe it or not, viewers, they assumed she was a witch. The incident taking place on Sunday night when most of the people in the village were sleeping. That's when a mob of about 50 people surrounded the victim's house, attacked them. Then they set the entire family on fire. The mob tried to hide the bodies. Cops, however, have now recovered the charred bodies. Investigation is currently going on. But an absolute shocker that in today's India, we still look at incidents like this coming to the fore. My colleague Prabhakar joins us live on the broadcast. Prabhakar, if you could take us through these details. Have the police managed to identify who these people are?
Yeah, they have already been identified, but they were not there when the police raided the village. I remember this incident happened in the Rajiganj Panchayat of Purnia, which is in Bihar, which is the northern state of Bihar, and there it's related to the practice of the witchcraft. So one of the boy there, a 3-year-old boy, actually fell ill and he passed away 3 days back, and his younger brother also was sick. So the family believed that it was because of the witchcraft or by their neighbors that their boy died and the other boy was also sick. So they attacked the family, they attacked the neighboring family, not only surrounded the entire house, but actually they were all beaten to death, and then the house was set on fire. Incidentally, one of the boy, around a 10-year-old boy, managed to escape that crime scene, and he went to one of his relatives. Then he actually later on was taken to the police, where the police then raided the village today. The bodies were recovered from one of the ponds over there, and the case have been lodged. 2 persons have been detained, but the but the entire family which actually committed this crime, they are not there at the village, so the police is on a lookout for them.
Well, thank you, Prabhakar. Let's hope that the cops, of course, do a good job and, efficiently arrest all the people who are involved in this case. Well, that's it from me on the Southern View. Time for a quick break.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola, India's leading AI smartphone brand.
तू ही तो है जिसकी सच्चाई वाली क्लैरिटी की वजह से मैं आज यहाँ हूँ।
गोल्ड प्लस सिल्वॉक्सी मिरर्स, ऐसी क्लैरिटी कि आपको सिर्फ सच नजर आए, चाहे कितने भी साल बीत जाएं।
फिनिस्टा विंडोज, ब्यूटीफुल एंड ड्यूरेबल डिजाइन्स, इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनिस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
Fine, finer, Finesta.
A 36-hour non-stop flight by a small pack of B-2s. A lot of other aircraft were also involved, we know that. But let's talk about the B-2 flight itself. They took off from Missouri. 36 hours later, they landed back without once landing. They delivered their bombs 18 hours later over Iran and then came back. How was this possible? Because the Department of Defense says at no point of time on this 36-hour journey was there any reason to believe that they were either detected or reacted to?
Well, they weren't detected, because if they were, then they'd be in some serious trouble. It's one of the most unbelievable missions, one of the most historic long-range strike missions. There were 7 B-2s, which by B-2 standards is a fair number of them. There was deception in the very beginning. There was a sense that some of them were flying west across the Pacific. In fact, they weren't. And even if a few planes were positioned in one area, they were not going to be flying the Pacific route.
That was the big distraction.
On social media said, you see the bombers, they're now flying west, so you know what's coming your way. But no. They flew them east across the Atlantic. There were 125 aircraft in total involved. Refuelers were involved at every stage. There were fighter aircraft which linked up 4th generation and 5th generation planes, 5th generation being stealth aircraft. And then after an 18-hour flight one way, right, they shortly before they struck their targets, which was primarily Fordo, using a remarkable weapon which we'll talk about called the GBU-57, 30,000-pound weapon.
Monster.
Before that took place, there were several land attack cruise missiles launched from American submarines and possibly destroyers as well. Possibly in the Persian Gulf, submarines, they don't tell us a location that could be as far out.
The American media says it was one submarine called the USS Georgia.
So again, location, I'm not sure if that would be Persian Gulf, could be the Mediterranean, could be the North Indian Ocean as well. But this is what I found interesting. By the time those land attack cruise missiles, Tomahawks, actually struck their targets in Natanz and Esfahan, the American B-2s had already left. So in other words, they launched their missiles first, but by the time the missiles hit, they were the last to hit their impact points. But that's just the nature of the weapons, which are a bit slower than, the aircraft going in the B-2s and dropping their bombs and then getting out.
A question that I'm often asked, Vishnu, is 125 aircraft were accompanying
तुझा बाप महाराष्ट्राचा अध्यक्ष आहे कोण मनसेवाले अच्छा आणि तू दारू पिऊन माझ्या गाडीवर चढणार गाडी ठोकणार अच्छा तू मला शिव्या देतोय मग तू आता कोण आहे मला बोललास
जावेदचे कोण आहे विचार आणि तो माझा बाप आहे
ओके तर मग तुमच्या बापाने सांगितलं का गाडी माझ्यावर गाडी चढवायला चल पाठीमागं उभा राहा
अरे इसके